Fire. Fire.
After years of testing in the Mojave Desert, USA, in spring 2019, Virgin Galactic moved to a new spaceport in New Mexico, from where the first space tourists will depart. I went to visit Virgin Galactic's London HQ to meet its commercial director, Stephen Attenborough. What is the typical itinerary? What's it going to look like?
These are the world's first private astronauts. They'll be coming to us 4 days before their flight, and for the first 3 days in New Mexico, they will be at spaceport. And during that time, we're going to be making sure that they can fly safely. We'll also be getting them prepared, because if nothing else, this trip is full of sensory overload. It's going to be pushing them in ways they haven't been pushed before, exposing them to things they haven't been exposed to before. So we want them to be able to live in the moment, and the best way to do that is to simulate as much as we can before they fly.
And what does the flight itself actually entail? What can you expect?
The spaceship is attached to a carrier aircraft, and you'll take off down the runway, and for the first 45 minutes or so you'll be circling higher and higher, attached to the mothership up to about 45,000 feet. And then a button is pressed and the spaceship just floats away from the carrier aircraft. And then very quickly afterwards, the pilots will light the rocket motor, which is just behind your head, and then things change very rapidly. As you go through transonic into supersonic, the pilots will pull the nose into the vertical climb, and then you'll keep accelerating for about a minute straight upwards. Outside, the sky will be turning from blue through to purple and eventually to black as you escape the Earth's atmosphere. Pilots will turn the rocket motor off at about 140,000 feet, and so instantly you're in the silence of space. And at that stage, if everything is good, the pilots will say you can unstrap. So you'll just push a button on your seat belts, they'll float away. You put one finger on the side of your seat and you'll just float up into the cabin. You'll see the curvature of the Earth, the very thin atmosphere around the Earth. It's a very dramatic experience.
What sort of timeline are we looking at?
We won't start to take passengers until we're really happy that we have tested the vehicles enough and understand them enough to say hand on heart that we can take people safely on this incredible journey. But I do think, having said that, we're on the final stretch. So my belief and hope is that we're talking months now rather than years.
In July 2019, shortly after my visit, Virgin Galactic's founder, Sir Richard Branson, announced that the business is to merge with public investment vehicle social capital Sophia and will become the first publicly traded commercial human spaceflight company.
The market is enormous, and the amount of people who'd love to go to space is enormous. And once we've got a lot of spaceships, which the float will hopefully enable us to be able to build a lot of spaceships, the price will start coming down, and that will increase the market even more.
Space is definitely a journey rather than a destination. We have bigger plans in the future. We'd love to operate Virgin hotels in space. We'd love to be able to take passengers from one part of the Earth to another, transcontinental travel via space. So there's a lot that could be done with space. It's an amazing opportunity. But most of our focus at the moment, right now, is to start to take some of the 600 people that have paid and booked up tickets on Spaceship Two to get them into space.
Thank you for watching, and for more from CNBC International, just hit the subscribe button.